folks, welcome back. You are aware we've got a big trip coming up in February when we're driving down to the Italian Alps for the Winter Olympics. So we're going to be away for the whole of February. So really looking forward to that. So we thought we'd give you a little tour around the camper van today to show you what we've been doing in preparation for our big trip. Some of them are purely for the trip to Italy. Some of them are just general upgrades that we've done since we've had the van. Okay, so starting off in the cab, me being a gadget man, like my gadgets up front. So let's show you what we've got. So first of all, the sat nav. Me being a typical bloke, hate asking for directions, so I need to be told. We've gone for a Garmin. I can't remember the exact model number, but I'll put a note on the screen where it is. The main reason we've gone for this one is it allows you to put in your dimensions of your vehicle. Okay, and obviously with the size of some camper vans, motorhomes, etc., you're limited on where you can take it. So you can see here we can put in the length, the width and the height. So hopefully we don't get sent down some tight little country lanes. Second addition at the cab end is the Autovox rear view camera. With the camper van, the rear view mirror, it's okay, but not brilliant. What this bit of kit does, it allows you to see everything coming up behind you. It records, so it's like a rear view dash cam. We've got the front facing dash cam just there, the next base, which is great. With the Autovox, the camera mounted to the back of the camper is magnetic. It's a very strong magnet, so you can take that off when you're not using it. You can move it around on the van. One of the downsides in the Fiat Ducato is the lack of cup holders. So I've 3D printed some. They'll take a nice cup of coffee or a can or whatever, even take a bag of crisps. Just a couple of self-tapping screws into the side there. We've got one either side so that we're both happy and can be fed and watered. So into the back, first things we see is our little sticker wall. Okay, some of our favourite YouTubers, the Girls in Camper Vibe, got the Roaming Radfords, the best one, our employers, and us.
And places we've been. Right, so another little modification that Nick's done on the van is this cupboard here. That's under the fridge. What we've done is made it into part of the kitchen so that it can sort of do a little bit of food storage if needs be. We've got our toasty maker there, we've got some pans, we've got plates in there at the moment. We'll probably add to that as we go along. So that's become very useful. Nick has 3D printed some little fronts to the shelves in there that he's put in, so it stops things from falling out, and he's printed a key holder, so we've got our spare keys.
Spare set of caravan keys in the camper, spare set of camper keys in the caravan.
Yeah, so hopefully we're covered for all eventualities. Yes, Richard Davis. Still carrying on with Nick's passion for 3D printing. It's one of the best things you've ever bought, isn't it, to be fair?
It is.
It's been so useful to do all the knick-knacky things without having to go out and find them or buy them off another party who might charge you a fortune. So we did actually invest in a 3D printer, and it's been very, very useful. So for example, we've got our fire extinguisher here. Nick's been able to print off a clamp for that one right near the kitchen area. And one of the best things is he's made these little wall plaques here. So they're very similar to the things that you'll get at IKEA, but we've made them smaller so that it fits the space that we have, because the ones at IKEA are quite big, aren't they? Mm-hmm. So we wanted ones to fit the space we have. We've got our little tea and coffee station, so we've got a little place for our sweeteners. We've got tea, got some sugar, got our coffee little jar there. Just take the pots in and out as we want to use them and put them back in there. So it's all very handy and easy to use, basically. Right, so as you know, the back of the camper van turns into a bed, okay? So we don't go across the van this way, we go down the van that way. And it's all very comfortable and all very lovely. However, when you wake up in the morning, what do you want? You want a cup of coffee, don't you? So when you're sat in your bed, you want somewhere to put your coffee or your cup of tea or your biscuit or your bit of toast or whatever. So Nick has 3D printed these lovely little tables. Not very big, but they don't need to be. It's just somewhere to put your coffee in the mornings when you wake up. But there's no fixings for them particularly. So we've got metal plates here, and Nick has basically put these very nice magnets, and they're pretty strong to the point where I can't actually pull it off. So I don't think we're going to have a cup of coffee on us, but they're going to be very, very useful for the mornings.
One of the big problems or issues that we're going to have when we go to Italy is the temperature. It can drop down to about -15, -20 at night. So I've done a couple of things to try and counteract that. First thing we did is took these panels off the door and stuffed them full of insulation, both doors, which should hopefully keep some of the cold out. Just touching this at the moment, it is very cold. So another thing we do is pipe lagging. Just push that into the gaps, but again, it's still cold metal. So we've installed quite a simple curtain rail. All that is some plastic waste pipe, simply clips in, and again 3D printed, some little curtain hooks, and we've got an enormous great fleece blanket that we've just put some tarp clips on. So I will try and demonstrate. So hanging the fleece blankets up on the top there is going to create a little bit of a barrier, but it'll
be a
keep
lot better than it would have been.
It'll keep the majority of the cold out. Okay, we have got a really good heater on board, so we're hoping that if it does get down to -15, -20, it won't be too bad.
Right, so of course we all live with the dreaded mobile phone, don't we? So another thing is that you need to have somewhere to charge your phone, somewhere that's again tucked out of the way and easy charging facility as well. So Nick's installed these USB ports up here. So we've got the charging lead going into the USB port, and then come down to the charger. You can pop that in there like that and nicely stow the phone in its little holder, again near the bed, out of the way, nice and comfy, cozy, and we've always got good charging facilities for our phones as well.
So power wise, when we're in sub-zero temperatures, the batteries do take a bit of a bashing, so we've invested in this little beauty, an AFRY power station. So you can run heaters, hair dryers, microwaves, air fryers, etc. off it. So that's a great little bit of kit, and we keep that stored under the seat there. Okay, storage wise, smaller camper, limited on what you can get in everywhere. So it's a good bit of kit, about 30 quid off eBay. Storing here things that we're going to need on the outside of the vehicle. So electric hookup, some jump leads. These I am told we're going to need on the Continent. These are, we've got an underslung gas tank, so these are all the different adapters for different LPG filling stations on the Continent. So we don't want to be running out of gas and not be able to fill it, so they live in there. Little battery jump pack in there as well, just in case. We've also got the trickle charger on the front, which we'll put on when we're not using the van for some time. Okay. The reversing camera sits up here, and this is magnetic. Really strong limpet magnet on there. So, as I say, you can move this. You can put this wherever you want on your vehicle. Have it up high, down low. I also put this on the back of the caravan when we're towing. This gives me a great view, and also records as well, which in this day and age is quite important. Okay, so really pleased with that. That lives up there, hasn't moved, does us good. Okay, so when we bought the camper, it had some standard camper van tyres on. People say you're going to need snow tyres, so we thought if we're going to get snow tyres, we might as well get some nice sexy alloys as well. So we took a trip down to Rogue Alloy in Reading, and we've got these beauties on now.
So we've got these which will hopefully keep us on the road.
So they're snow rated all-terrain tyres, so they're good all year round, obviously in the winter in the snow, and in the lovely British summer in the mud. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we shouldn't get stuck anywhere. And last but not least, we have the Optima silver screen and a bonnet cover to keep the cold out and hopefully keep the warm in.
So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this little sort of episode that we have put together for you, and we hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we shall see you in 2026.
Cheers guys.
Bye.